surveillance equipment. The thing that works best is people. And even if this grant wouldn't go through, I think it would still be beneficial to protect the courthouse employees and the public by having a security person, 1 or 2 people, to be present in the courthouse at all times. I think at a minimum we should have that. And the irony of that is that that would cost us, the county, but wouldn't utilize any grant funding. But I think we have to do something to improve our security. Mr. Lazort.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fleming. I want to start out by saying that you just said something that I really like. The thing that works best is people. Now, where we go with that, maybe you're going one way with that, maybe I'm going to go another way with that. But what I was going to start out by saying is that I've been coming in and out of this courthouse for probably 25 years. I've come to a lot of public meetings. I've been in all the offices in the courthouse a number of times, transacting business, offering what might have been helpful suggestions, what might have been complaints. I am grateful and proud and honored to be able to be a part of my local government in that sense and to participate in this fantastic system that we have here where the government apparatus belongs to the people and where the justification for its existence and its prime function is to protect the rights of the people. We're talking a lot, or it seems as though the conversation is focusing a lot on details of how and what and how much money and how it would work. I think we need to take a big step back and look at this from a philosophical perspective. I am very worried that we have terrorists in this courthouse. Right now. The problem is, I don't know who they are. I don't know which side of the table they're on. What we are talking about when in connection with courthouse security procedures such as are being discussed here is we are talking about creating, in Mr. Alderman's terms, an armed camp, a sort of an us against them situation. I ran into an issue this morning coming in here, which I've never run into before in all my 25 years of coming into this courthouse. Mr. Jones questioned the fact that I carry a big pencil sharpener on my belt all the time. He said I couldn't bring it in here, so I put it out in the car. I'd like to ask, again, I'm not trying to start a fight, but I would definitely make a formal request to know what lawful authorization there is, what law you're enforcing by telling me I can't have my pencil sharpener here. Again, that's a side issue, and I'd love to talk with you about that later.
Don't refer to it as a pencil sharpener. Refer to it as what it is, okay?
Well, I use it for pencil sharpening,
well,
1,000 times for every time I cut anything else.
Use the term that's right.
Mr. Lazort, we know it's a 6-inch knife. Continue.
Well, I think it's less than 6 inches. I don't think anybody has to measure it. But anyway, we have here an excellent example of polarization, which we don't need. It's a knife. I also have a pair of pliers here. If Missy here got all upset and jumped over the desk to strangle one of you guys, because I have this, I might be able to hit her in the back of the head and protect you. That's not going to happen, of course.
Bennett's not going to do that.
It's not going to happen. But the reason I bring up that outrageous example is that when we create artificial rules about who's allowed to do what, and when we professionalize our protection, we are creating a circumstance in which predators have free reign because they know that everybody is going to be disarmed. We create a society with different classes. There are 2 people in this room now with guns. That doesn't make me, depending on the character of those 2 people, which I don't know a whole lot about, it might make me feel safer, it might make me feel more scared.
Actually, Mr. Lazort, because we don't have a metal detector, there's at least 2 people in this room with guns.
Well, I think that's a good thing. I think that it's everybody's right to defend themselves. It's a God-given right, and attaching to that right has got to be the right to have the means to do so. And statistics bear out that privately owned and privately carried weapons are used to protect individuals far more often than they're used.
Well, I might make a comment. Okay. You were also in the courtroom with that knife at one time, straddled to you, and they made you take it off.
Okay, thank you for reminding me.
You come down by my desk and laid it all right beside of my desk, and it laid in the floor there till you got done in court.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot that. So this would be only the 2nd time it's happened. And I understand restrictions in the courtroom. Don't know if I agree with them, but as Mr. Denise will tell you, when somebody tells me about one, I comply with it. Not a problem. So we're arguing philosophy here, we're arguing what to do going forward. I think that it is inappropriate to create divisions between those who can be trusted but we don't know why, and those who can't be trusted but we don't know why. I think all citizens, all of the participants in this process we have in this country should be considered equal. You know, I respect your role, I appreciate the respect you're showing me for my role, but to create machinery which inconveniences and humiliates, shall we say, ordinary people coming into the courthouse and creates a privileged class is contrary to our whole system of government. It doesn't matter to me if it's being done everywhere else. What's going on in most of the world does not define what's true. We all have our own philosophical intelligence, our own moral responsibilities, and I want to see us do what's right to protect the marvelous society we have here today in Pocahontas County, where we are, to a large extent, judged by our individual character and are credited with being responsible individuals until proven otherwise. So I think that it would be a dreadful thing, a grievous thing, to subject everybody coming into the courthouse, except for a privileged few, to invasive and humiliating observation and vetting and, you know, somebody mentioned explosives. Well, with the metal detector detect those. Well, maybe the X-rays would, or maybe we got to feel everybody up and see what they're carrying. You know, this is a road that we in Pocahontas County are blessed not to have gone down nearly as far as a lot of the rest of the world had yet. And I'm hoping that we won't. So that's basically what I had to say. Thank you.
It's good comments. I appreciate that very much.